Hi guys, and welcome to this reading. This reading is gonna be a little bit different. I've been asking angels and spirit guides to get us some insight to help you deal with whatever type of family drama you might have. So I've decided that instead of trying to make as many videos as possible for you guys, I was gonna try to do more quality than quantity, and that I was gonna try to really implement whatever I was inspired by at the moment and really listening to myself, really working on quality of my readings for those pick a card videos instead of going with a trance and whatever is gonna bring, more viewers. At this point, I really just want to be authentic, and so at least I'm being called to do that. So, what I wanted to talk about this week was family dramas and how they can sometimes, no, they can always affect you in a way that's gonna kind of transfer on every area of your life. It's gonna transfer on how you see the world. It's gonna really impact a person like nothing else that can happen to you. Whatever is going on in your family, whether it is family karma or family drama, it impacts your entire life, and you need to deal with it. You need to deal with it, because if you don't, then it is a karma you will give to your children. And I find that especially true. It's true for everyone, but it's especially true for women, because women pass on karma like no one else in the world. Like mothers, grandmothers, daughters, it could be aunts, it could be cousins, but women give karma to other women like nothing else in the world. And when I say karma, it's not always just psychological thing. It's like deep rooted karma, deep rooted trauma. It's stuff that if you don't face them, they'll chase you. And I really want to address them so everybody can get rid of that. So for today, doing this, we're gonna have 4 piles. We're gonna start with this side. Number 1, Tiger's Eye. Number 2, Street Rock, which is a rock that my dog picked in the street, and I love it so much. She loves rocks, and she just picks one randomly, and then she just chew on it, and she makes those noises like she's about to break her teeth on it, but really she doesn't. She just chews on the rock. Like, I don't know. Comment down below if your dog does that too. That's Maya, by the way. So Street Rock, number 2. Number 3, Howlite, which is a stone that is good for sleeping and help with sleeping and, connecting with the sleeping realm. Tiger's Eye is good for self-love and self-care and anything that's related to, how you perceive yourself. And Pyrite, number 4, which is luxury, abundance, beautiful things like that. So let's just get onto the reading. Let's start with this one first. So I'm gonna move the cards a little bit and start with this. So for whoever choose number 1, the Tiger's Eye, this is your reading. For all the other ones, the tags for the timestamps, I'll get there. The timestamps are gonna be in the description and in the comments. Okay, so always starts with this one's, and this one's gonna be your current situation. So I feel like there was some money involved in some kind of conflict, but you just stood up for yourself and went for it, and either you came winner out of this situation, either you will come winning out of the situation. I feel like this probably related some kind of inheritance. And if it's not, it's probably just like siblings fighting for money, or somebody fighting because somebody loaned money to someone else and then they're trying to get it back. I don't know, like money I feel like is like at the heart of most like family drama. It's kind of normal in the sense that money is really rooted to our safety nowadays. Really, you cannot access anything in life without money anymore, and I mean, everybody's appealed to greed as well, so there could be greed involved. I don't know, but I really feel like it is about money, and at this point I feel like the people involved, it's not that they don't love each other, it's just that they don't care. There's a strong me first energy. I don't know if it's you or everyone, but I just feel like it's everyone. Like whoever's involved has been blinded. So yeah, so these cards are gonna be, so this is the Everyday Witch deck, and it's gonna be about what you can do about it. So what you can do about it is stand firm in what you believe in, but also stay out of the drama. Be the bigger person. Like, don't be afraid to speak your truth, but be a bigger person. Try to see the best in everyone, no matter what's happening. I definitely see you winning, whatever it is. But don't let it get to you, that's the thing. Also worry about yourself. Like, follow your own path. There's money involved for sure, but maybe not as much money as you think, or as much money that is worth driving everyone into big war. There's definitely a strong sense of money, but there's also a strong sense of justice. So I just feel like somebody's been wrong, and I think it's you. I feel like either somebody took your money and never gave it back, or at least that's how you feel. You feel like that money is supposed to be yours, and you will get it back. And I feel like with this justice card that, like, the universe sees you. It sees that you have good intentions. So yeah, whatever you've been working on, and I feel like this is getting your money back or getting whatever is yours, it will be solved really soon. And in the meantime, what you should be doing is just take care of yourself in a kind of it's self-care. It's a spiritual way, but most likely, like, you see those people are doing yoga. It could be something completely different. It could be going to the spa. It could be going to the spa. It could be simply just going out, going to the beach, having fun. Just worry about yourself. Just plain and simple. But justice and resolution and victory is coming. So if it hasn't come already. But yeah, don't worry too much about money, because I just feel like you're gonna make money on your own anyway. And you're definitely on the right path to all kinds of success with those family drama. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please let me know, because this is like so specific. I would really like to know. If you do not want to leave a comment telling me all your life story, I totally understand. If you want to, that'd be great. But if you don't want to, I totally understand. But please leave me a thumbs up if this resonated with you, or a message. I love receiving messages from you guys, so then I know, I don't know, I just love it. And yeah, I have auto picker cards on my channel. I have a whole playlist. You can subscribe so you can receive notifications on the next ones. I'll probably do more about family dramas if you guys like this. So it's important for me that you like the videos so I would know which ones are getting popular, right? So if you do want a private reading, hello. Are you trying to steal my straw? I have a protein shake to not faint after all those like inspired readings, and somebody's interested in them. Yeah, I'll probably have my links set up by the time the video is up for Patreon and Etsy if you want a private reading. But if not, you can always send me a message, tell me you're interested. And if you're in the LA area, West Side, you can always send me a message, be like, can I come over for a reading? We can arrange that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day and a beautiful life. Please be back, but if you'll never be back, all the best. Pile number 2, the Street Rock. Okay, so this deck is gonna be what the situation is, and this is gonna be how to solve it. But yeah, it is about greed. It is about people, I feel, miscommunications, money, and fear. I feel like there's maybe a fear of lack karma. So you will be receiving signs, or you are probably already receiving signs. There's a path for you to follow in your life. There's a path for you to follow in communication with your family, and you need to really be paying attention to those signs. I feel like you might be the key to the balance, and also feel like if you listen to the signs, it will bring you the abundance that your family karmas be seeking for generations. You have a double page of swords, so I'm just gonna check in the book for the new one what that might mean according to them, because they don't have the original tarot meaning, they have a different one, and I'm not sure. Okay, so if somebody hurt you, or somebody is about to hurt you, what you need to be doing really is moving on. Don't get stuck in whatever happened. You need to accept that it does happen. They hurt you. Why it happened. Don't try to fix it. Just move on. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. And stay in your balance, because you have 2 balance cards in here. I feel like sometimes you have to get mad, and then sometimes you just have to move on. And there's time to fight, and there's times to move forward. And I just feel like you need to know what is what in this. But I just feel like this is kind of a way for this reading to tell you that balance is your key in everything you do in your life. You need to follow your path and stop looking back at the pain and the hurt and the fear and the greed and the whatever's been going on was toxic. Let me just check the Page of Swords. I feel like it means in this case that you're just overthinking the situation too much, and that you do not need to know how it's gonna solve itself. You just need to ignore it, move on, focus on yourself and your own well-being, your own balance, and you will make your own money, you will follow your own path and stuff like that. In this case, it can also mean that one of this is you and one of this might be your children if you have children. If you're worried of where this situation is gonna, like maybe the influence of the family is gonna bring to them, well, it's not something that you should worry about right now. It is totally legitimate, but what you can always do is simply put a little bit of distance and just worry about what you do, worry about what you bring. The Page of Swords is kind of a warning to not over intellectualize things. For me, the Page of Swords is always about being in your power. And when I say being in your power, what I mean by that is if somebody hurts you and you think about the situation, try to think about the situation first through everybody's perspective. Okay, so try to see things from everybody's perspective, and if you feel like some people are acting toxic or plain toxic, then you need to put some distance. You need to move on. If you cannot change a person's opinion by telling them, you need to speak your truth. And if by speaking your truth you feel like you're still getting betrayed or you're still not getting a proper dialogue out of a person, then you really need to like stay in your power, set some boundaries, move on, and just do the best that you can in your life with whatever you have. I hope this helps. Do you want me to bring out a clarifier? I feel like I should bring a clarifier from this deck about what the situation exactly is. I guess it's gonna be a general reading. It's probably gonna be different from all of you. The noise that you hear is like Maya's trying to scratch herself, and then she hits the color. Somebody, an artist in your family, maybe you. I think there's a lot of fear based on money and security, and that might be because somebody's a broke artist. The cliche, you know. But it's true, it exists. It's like, it's a cliche because there's a lot of those, and you know, cliches are not always based on nothing. Sometimes they're based on something real, and the truth is it's really hard to make money when you're an artist, and it's really hard to stop being an artist when you're an artist. And believe me, I know a lot about that. You cannot ask an artist, like maybe some of you have an artist in your family and you feel like blaming them because they're not bringing enough money, or they're just not very responsible with their money, and it's just the way some people are. And being judgmental is never gonna help. And what you have to understand is that as much as your artist wants to have, oh, not a balance card. Okay, something's off balance probably, because they're telling you to be careful with balance. Especially if some of you are maybe juggling too many things at the same time. Like, I feel like if you're working really hard on your own crafts, on your own stuff, or you're working really hard on your own life, if you're a parent, if you're yourself an artist, and then on top of it you have to deal with family drama, it's just too much for you and you're gonna crash. And I feel like they're really trying to emphasize on this. Take care of yourself, have some good balance, healthy diet, exercise, working on your craft, following your science in your spirituality. Don't live in fear. What I was saying is that if somebody's an artist, they're probably doing the best that they can in life. But artists, I believe, they're here because they have messages, because they're more sensitive, because they have stuff to communicate. And the problem is, if an artist doesn't do its art, if it doesn't get its creative outlet, it's really gonna turn into a big mess. You really need to let the artist do art. It's really important. It's important for the world. I really do believe. What would the world be without culture? It would be nothing. Seriously, it would be robots. It's so important. Let the artists be artists. A lot of artists were absolutely miserable, like artists that you study in school, you know, like that important. Whether it is in music or paintings or movies or whatever, they were miserable for most of their life, and then one day they brought something that changed humanity. And I feel like nowadays there's such a pressure on making money, survival, really survival, because of the economy, because of the way things are perceived, that it's difficult for artists. Like back in the days, they could just get like a random small job and totally live a healthy life while they're doing their art. Nowadays, it's getting difficult. It's really becoming difficult, because if you need a lot of alone time but you don't have enough of an income, it's just a whole struggle. So the Empress is coming with a sign of abundance. So I just feel like whatever situation is going on right now, it is not gonna last. It is not gonna last at all. It's gonna be resolved. I have this feeling. Let me try one more of these. Yeah, this is so specific. If you've been worrying about yourself being an artist or somebody else being an artist or people giving you crap because you are an artist, just keep working on your stuff. It's gonna get better. I feel like it's all fear-based. There's not really a real problem, because I don't see any poverty. I just see people holding on to money, being scared. But I see clear signs. Whoa. Okay. So something is gonna happen at a moment you least expect it, and it's gonna happen by itself, and it's gonna happen really fast. Maybe the fear is gonna turn into jealousy when finally you're gonna make it. You're gonna clear that karma somehow of fear that you're probably the one who's gonna receive. I feel like you might be the one who's the artist. And if you are, there's gonna be a momentum happening where things are gonna happen kind of beyond you. And it's almost gonna be, you see, like, at first you're gonna be like, should I take this path, really? And then once you take the path, it's just gonna go, and things are gonna happen for you. And it's gonna be very nice and successful. And it's gonna probably clear out that fear karma. But the thing is that it's probably gonna make people talk as well. Also, be very careful with the choices you make, because I just feel like what's gonna happen is there's a lot of talking happening. I feel like some people find you very silly, or find your choices very silly, and it's not gonna get any better. It's just gonna get different, because some people don't change. You know what I mean? Like, they complain about something, but then when the situation changes, you think they're gonna be happy, but they're not. It's just the way some people are. I feel like some of your family members are gonna wanna receive some kind of recognition for your achievements. And I feel like it's gonna be exactly the people who did not support you when you wanted to do what you wanted. And that's kind of pissing me off for you. It's great not to forget where you come from. And it's great to recognize that nobody can be successful all on their own. Although some people do it very, very well. But, you know, success comes also because of your clients, because of whoever you inspired. But I feel like some people in your family are gonna want the recognition that they didn't exactly deserve. I feel like deep down you already know everything that's gonna happen, and then deep down you already know what you're supposed to do and where you're supposed to be. And deep down, you already know how people are going to react to whatever change is coming. I feel like whatever's happening, you should not feed it. So you should not be, you should not stay involved. You should not, if you cannot be the bigger person, like if you try being the bigger person, but it does not work, then you should just stop trying. Do not try and then get mad and then make it worse. Do not try to give lessons. Life is gonna be their lesson if people are hurting you. Okay? Abundance coming. Success is coming. You gotta have balance, okay? Insisting a lot that it's too much to handle for you. There's something that's too much to handle. But if you focus on it's good stuff are coming. Like it's meant to be. I hope it helped, and if it did, please leave me a thumbs up and a comment. And you can watch my other pick a card videos. I have a whole playlist on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. If you wish to book a private reading with me, I'm setting everything up. But you can always contact me if you don't find what you're looking for. So you can send me a message on Instagram. All my links are gonna be in the description down below. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great one. And a beautiful life if I never see you again. But I hope I will. Part number 3, Howlite. Whoever picked Howlite, this is your reading. So the way those readings for today are made is that there's going to be 3 cards of this deck that are going to be about what the situation is, and in this deck there's going to be what you can do about it. So I feel like in your family there's a lot of conflicts, but there's also a lot of love. And you guys are kind of meant to be, you're meant to be family. Maybe you've been like a soul family that's been traveling from life to life. But there's still conflict, so we're going to have a look at how we can solve the situation. Okay, so I feel like whatever conflict's been going on, it happens kind of regularly, and every time there's conflict, reconciliation, at least for some of you. And every time you seem to move on, and your way to move on from conflict is some alone time. So I feel like every time you spend some alone time, then you love them again, and then you go back to them, and then there's conflicts again. It's kind of a cycle. You see this thing? But when you're in your me time, it's kind of like you're so happy, that's your happiness. But maybe it gets a little lonely, and you want to share that happiness. So you go back to your family, and in the beginning it's all nice and loving and great and supportive. But then there's conflict again. And I just feel like it's not that big a deal, but there's something. But it's about to change. Something's going to happen that is actually going to bring peace into your family. And that thing that's going to happen is that an old situation it's kind of like a door has to close and another one has to open. And it's super cliche to say, but I feel like whatever's been bringing the conflict has to stop. The source of the conflict has to stop. I don't know why I'm picking up that it's different every time, because the real reason is probably unsaid, but that real reason is about to just be irrelevant anymore. And then you're going to enter into a whole new phase where everybody's going to be happy. So the death card rarely means death. But what it could mean in this case is simply somebody out of the picture. Out of the picture, not in the sense like they're gonna die or whatever. Maybe. Can happen. Can never say no with that sort of things, but it's a general reading, and obviously not everybody's gonna die. I don't think anybody's gonna die. I feel like it would have more sadness cards. I really feel like somebody that is causing, if there's one negative person, maybe that person's gonna be out of the picture. Or if there's a negative situation, then situation is gonna be out of the picture. But I just feel like you're just overall a very loving, happy family. There's just conflicts, but it's not that, I don't think it's that big a deal. But somehow the fact that it always comes at you, it's kind of like running you down. It's like maybe you're a little sensitive, but it's really, maybe the conflict is like intense. But I feel like there's only as much hurt as there is love in your family. Maybe some of you are still young and living at home with your parents. And maybe some of you are just not finding your path in life yet. And I feel like they're giving you a lot of shit for it. And it really, like, they think that they're motivating you, but really it hurts you. And the only way to bring peace and an end to the situation is when you're finally gonna make it on your own. Maybe when you're gonna get a job, maybe you're gonna be successful by yourself. And I just feel like the only way you can do that is really, step away from whenever they go into this low vibration mode. If you cannot tell them this is hurting you, because they don't want to hurt you, I see that. But whenever this happens, you really need some alone time. Focus on yourself. And then be successful. And that's what's going to bring the change, where you can go back and all be happy together. I don't think it's that big a deal, very honestly. I feel like there is a very young energy in this reading. It is just somebody that needs to find their own path in life instead of just listening to the noise. But it's with good intentions. They're maybe a little worried for you. For some of you, it might be toxic energy. But mostly, I feel like it's good intentions. If you resonated with this reading, please leave me a comment, and you can just tell me your whole life story. I love reading them. Or you can leave me a thumbs up if you want to stay a little more private, or you can send me a message to let me know. I love hearing your stories. I love hearing where this is going and how it resonates with people. Because when I do general readings, I really only see, the big lines. So if you want a private reading, same thing, you send me a message and I can just explain to you how it could work. I'll have Patreon set up and Etsy real soon, if it's not already done by the time you see this video. Also, I have a lot of pick a card videos. I have a whole playlist on my channel, so if you want to check it out, subscribe so you can get notifications for the next ones. Here we go. Thanks for watching, and if I never see you again, I wish you a very happy life, but I hope to see you again, and in this case, I still wish you a happy life. Thanks for watching. Number 4, Pyrite people. I love saying that. It sounds like pirates. My Pyrite people of the Caribbean. Okay. So I feel like you have a very feminine energy in your family, very motherly energy. Maybe you have sisters. Maybe it's like a mother, grandmother, like a strong feminine community in your family. And there is a tower moment, which means things seems to be crumbling and falling apart, but really it is just being put into pieces to be rebuilt on better foundations. So you might be dealing with somebody who is an addict or somebody who's trying to be sober. Or it might be your family worried for you and your own demons. I feel like there's something in your family is that when somebody has a problem or a lack, then the others are going to come and help. So you have very, very fulfilling relationships and a strong sense of community where everybody like work together into solving issues. Now, I really feel with the Tower in this is that somebody's overcoming addiction or somebody's overcoming something pretty serious. But I also feel like whoever's spiritual in your family, which might be you, might develop some serious psychic abilities. And the whole, like this whole like temptation vibe going on might just be the dark night of the soul. But I feel like there's a strong community sense and a strong feminine motherly vibe in your family. People caring for each other. That doesn't mean that everybody's a woman in your family, but because I see like there's 2 male figures, but I feel like it's mostly women, or it could be fathers who have, you know, this very caring energy in them with this card. But I just feel like this community sense, like helping each other, like this makes me think of like religious families, you know. Muslim families do that a lot. Like when somebody is in need of help, they all like gather and help. And I feel like this is almost a situation where, I don't know, I feel like it's about you. Then maybe you have, either you're going through some like mental health stuff or addiction, or I don't know, you're going through some stuff. Maybe you're recovering from a narcissistic abuse and your family is there. They're working with you. They're helping. If you ever need financial help, they're there. If you need support, they're there. But there is a Tower moment where it looks like it's not good, but it is good. It is very caring. I feel like you're stronger than you know, and you might have psychic powers. Let me draw a few more cards about what this is. What is this Devil card about? It might be different for everyone, very honestly. This is just what I'm picking up right now. Yes. Enjoying the good time. So I'm thinking maybe you've been indulging a little too much. Maybe you've been spending a lot of money. Maybe you've been indulging a little too much. Might really be not especially negative, just enjoying your life a lot. But you gotta be careful, whatever behavior that's been going on. It might not be you, it might be somebody you're very close to. Maybe somebody you're worried about. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I feel like everybody's there to help. It's just some things, some tower moment. Like, you gotta go through it, but when it's over, everything's great. I feel like there's this choice to make. Yeah, I feel like somebody has a choice to make, and they can go right, or they can go really wrong. But they're going full speed, and they better make a decision real quick. And I'm not sure if that's you, but I feel like it's whoever's been involved with some trouble. That could just be plain trouble, you know. And you have to be paying attention to details. Paying attention to details, paying attention to signs, paying attention to maybe someone's behavior. Is there something out of place that you should be seeing? Is there a sign that you should be seeing? I don't know. You tell me. I feel like this is specific for each and every one of you, and it would need a private reading to really get to the bottom of this and get personal. But mostly what I want to say is this cup is pretty much how much love there is in this family. This is how much abundance there is in this family. This, how much happiness there is in this family. How much collaboration, working together. It's just a tower moment. Nothing to really worry that much about. I feel like mostly it would solve itself. Just pay attention. I feel like there's something you don't see that you need to see. And it's in the details, not hidden. It's in front of you. But you gotta pay attention. And just be with them. I hope this resonated. If it did, please tell me. Please tell me what those stories are about. But if you don't want to tell me publicly, you can send me a message, and you can especially leave me a thumbs up so I know you guys enjoyed it and received the message, and that you want more videos like this. And if you do, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can receive those notifications when I post other videos of this type. Also, if you're interested in a private reading, you can also contact me on Instagram. My links are down below. I will have the Patreon and the Etsy shop probably set by the time this video is up. But if not, you can always contact me, especially if you're from LA. You can just like drop by and get a private reading. That is not a problem. So here we go. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful life. Thanks for watching.